What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. Today I want to talk about the iPad mini 6 and who this is for. I had this conversation actually with a friend of mine, I believe it was last week, and we were talking about the iPad mini 6, and I asked him, what would you use the iPad mini 6 for? And that's where the conversation struck up, and I said, hey, it's a pretty good video idea. So here it is. I want to talk about who the iPad mini 6 is for. But before I do begin, I'd really appreciate it if you can use video thumbs up and turn on the bell notifications, as it does help out the YouTube algorithm and will help push my content out to more people. Anyway, let's dive right in. Okay, so who would use iPad mini 6? Well, guys, anyone who is looking for a compact iPad, anyone who is looking for a compact portable iPad, this is the one. And up until this was released, I really didn't talk about iPad mini or just iPads in general. But especially like iPad, I wasn't too much of a big fan until we got this redesign. This is what I was looking forward to all year long. We finally got it. I pre-ordered it on launch day. As soon as it went live after the event, I pre-ordered it, got it on launch day. I've been using it for more than 2 months. And it really does live up to it. It's the iPad mini. It has a larger display than its predecessors, coming in at 8.3 inch, but it does, have a smaller body than its predecessors because of that redesign. It has more screen and less bezel, and they took the home button, which had the Touch ID embedded into the power button, which I'm a huge fan of. Volume buttons are placed on the top if you want to use it vertically. They're placed on the top or where the power button is located, and they're oriented as well. So if I switch horizontally landscape, this right here is volume up. If I switch right here, it is still volume up. If I switch down like this, it's a volume down. If I switch down like this, it is also volume down. So the fact that they kind of made this entire redesign, it has USB-C. It's very light, compact. It brings that iPad Pro like, or more so the iPad Air. And it has Apple Pencil 2nd Gen support. But anyone who's looking to carry an iPad, they want to get into the iPad ecosystem, but they don't want to go something too large. Like even the iPad 9th Gen might be a little bit too large for them at 10.2 inches. Then this is a perfect device. 8.3 inches is not too big, it's not too small. I mean, if you're rocking something like an iPhone SE, you want to carry a tablet, this is the device to go for because it's compact and portable. I've been able to take this with me almost everywhere I go. That's how much I love the device. It's not even a hassle. Like if I took my MacBook Pro with me, while that's a light device, when you're comparing laptops, that's a light device. Or even if you had like the iPad Pro 11 or 12.9 inch, those are compact devices, but they're just not maybe as easy to carry as this. Sometimes I don't even need to carry my backpack. If I have like a winter coat on, just put this in my inside pocket, and it doesn't even like really stick out either. So for those of you who are looking for compact and portable iPad, this is the device to go for. This one is my personal opinion. I think would be a great choice, but if you have a car that doesn't have Apple CarPlay, and you're looking for a tablet that you're going to use obviously for your daily things, like maybe playing some games or reading and writing articles, stories, checking the news, checking social media, using it for just those things, and you're looking for that small device, then yes, iPad mini. But also, once you do pick that up, I would say go ahead and use this for your car infotainment system. If you don't have Apple CarPlay, I personally don't, and I don't need Apple CarPlay on this anymore. I already have iPad OS 15. Everything else just comes easy. I use Google Maps on here. If you're driving on long roads, and this is a perfect size screen with an 8.3 inch. It's not too big, but it's not too small either. When you're taking a break on the road, you can put this up there, grab your coffee, and just watch a couple of videos. And then when you hit the road, turn on Google Maps again and keep on going. Turn on your podcast, whatever, keep on going. But you have that big screen, big enough screen to see the road, to see the map, and to see where exactly you're going. I think this is a perfect substitution for Apple CarPlay for your infotainment system if you do happen to go ahead and pick up an iPad mini, I think you can make use of it in your vehicle. Okay, so this next one would actually be more applicable if you were talking about its predecessors with the older iPad minis. Then I would say like for children. And I still kind of think for younger adults, even younger adults too, this would be perfect. Now, before we got this redesign, and by the way, it's super powerful with its A15 Bionic chip, but before we got this redesign, I feel as if, well, for me, the iPad mini kind of gave off this like, all right, this is a small device, let's use it for kids and have them use it for games and whatnot. And if you're an adult, then you can get the older iPad or the larger iPad and use that instead. But if you're a kid, you're like maybe 10, 11 and you want to get an iPad, then get the iPad mini because it's small and portable and blah, blah, blah. I still think it kind of goes into that category. This is a small portable device. And for kids who are going to be playing games, whether it be, I personally play Pokemon Unite and Call of Duty on here. For those of you who are going to play like these games, for example, having a more edge-to-edge screen that you can obviously hold with your two hands. It's not too big, but it's not too small yet again. That portability. I think this is a perfect device for kids. Maybe the iPad Pros, I think those are kind of pushing it way out there. Even the iPad 10.2 inch with its price tag would be a perfect device, an iPad device for children. But if you're looking for something for portability and the target audience is like your own kid or your nephew, your niece, whoever it may be, or your grandkids, I think this is like the perfect device. Not too big, not too small either. And they'll come to love and enjoy it because it's also really powerful. It'll get everything they need to get done. If they're watching a bunch of videos on YouTube Kids, for example, it's going to perform like a champ. It's buttery smooth. You don't need to worry. In fact, like if you're buying this for kids, you don't even need to really worry about specs. That's something you shouldn't be worrying about. That's like for someone who really does care about performance. But any iPad in general is going to perform like a beast. And last but not least, hear me out. Now, I'm a student, but I haven't been using this iPad mini specifically for like my student work. I've been using this more so for my YouTube, the work that I do online for YouTube, and especially reading stories on Medium. I've been using it for that. But I think this is still really good for students as well. It's much smaller. You can open up notes real quickly. Let's go ahead and open up notes. Let's take new notes. You can open up real quickly and type whatever you want. You can go into Procreate. It's super small and compact too. Maybe create some wallpaper that you want to create. Who knows? Like there are so many different options that you can do with this iPad mini. Albeit you can do with the larger iPads too. But for students, I know how students are when they go to school and they're carrying like a bunch of textbooks. Nowadays, most textbooks are, you can get like the codes to use on your MacBooks or your Windows devices. You can get codes, but then again, some classes are really old school and they're required to carry those textbooks that you end up paying so much for and you don't use them at all. But you want to carry something that's super light and take notes. I think this is it. This is really it. Even when you're like walking around, it's easy to hold in one hand. Turn on your notes. Easy to hold in one hand. Turn on your notes and just type here or scribble around. But if you're carrying something larger like an iPad Pro 11 inch, a 12.9 inch, imagine holding it with one hand and trying to write. I mean, it's possible, but I feel as if it's going to be difficult for many to do that. This is just a perfect device. It's perfect, fits perfectly in the hand, and everything you can get done on here. It's just a breeze, and I think students will appreciate it. I mean, they're probably trying to save space and kind of save everything, really. I think students mainly, especially when I put myself into it, it's about saving and being more minimal, not carrying too many things. I personally don't like carrying too many things. I mean, if I were given like an option as a student, whether I have to carry an iPad Pro or like the iPad Air, And this, I would choose this because it's more compact, it's portable, it's going to get everything done. It's a smaller screen, which, okay, it's smaller than the other ones. One might argue you might need a larger screen, but I think it's going to get the job done. And hopefully I plan on implementing this more into my school career. We'll see. Right now I've just left it for just my YouTube work. But students really do sit down and kind of consider this. Go to the Apple Store, try this out. Maybe this might get your job done. You might have your Windows or your MacBook as your main PC device, but you might not want to go to class and open up Google Docs and take notes. You might just want to grab something that's really small and portable, write some notes, and then airdrop it to your MacBook. I think this is the perfect mini device. It's a really cute device, guys. Definitely check this out. Go to the Apple Store, go to your local Best Buy and check this out before really making a decision. And that about wraps up this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to Superman that like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel a lot. It will help push my content out to more people, and you guys make these videos possible. If it weren't for you guys and your support, I would not be where I am today. Thank you all so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Anyway, everybody, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to Superman that like button, comment down below, because with the more interactions we get on this video, not only helps the video and the channel, but also pushes the video out to more viewers. And best of all, Superman that subscribe button. Until next time, everybody, and until next video, this is MTG.